Thank you all. I'd like to call the Technology Committee meeting to order. For the record, Madam Secretary, can you call the roll?
Supervisor Kuehl?
Here.
Mayor McCallum?
Here.
Councilmember Robinson?
Here.
Councilmember Buscaino?
Here. Fantastic. So with that, colleagues, I can direct your attention to today's agenda meeting. I know we got started a little bit late, and I have the hard out at 1. To respect your time as well, I'd like to take the following items on consent. Items 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. So colleagues, we'd like to pull any of those items out of consent. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 7. One, 2, 3, 5, and 7. Okay, do I have a motion to approve those items?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we need a roll call vote.
Yes. Supervisor Kuehl?
Aye.
Mayor McCallum?
Yes.
Councilmember Robinson?
Aye.
Councilmember Buscaino?
Aye.
Motion passes 4.
So with that, thank you, ma'am. Let's now take item number 4. Item number 4 is now before us. Nope, I lost him. Oh, there you go. There we go.
Okay, I'll start. California set a goal of installing 12,000 megawatts distributed generation by 2020 to reduce criteria pollutant and greenhouse gas from electricity and transportation sector. This promotes microgrid deployment, and South Coast Air Basin is a prime candidate due to a densely populated area and as well as high commercial activity areas such as Port of LA, Port of Long Beach. So this item is to execute a project to evaluate air quality and greenhouse gas impact of microgrid system. Microgrid is a scaled-down version of the centralized electricity system with a scale of university campus to a city, and this is able to be operated for a particular area independently, and thus it has many advantages, including the reducing transmission losses and allowing the electrification of transportation more easily and allowing use of biogas and higher system efficiency. Many of these benefits, however, will only be realized and maximized if microgrid systems are designed and coordinated properly, because each microgrid system in different area has unique load profile and various renewable energy resources. UCI, the Advanced Power and Energy Program, has been working with SCAQMD for a variety of projects, including development of microgrid system. This project is expanding the scope for further understanding and improving performance of microgrid with following 3 tasks. So fuel cell for industrial sites, and renewable fuel blending for natural gas system, and zero emission transit bus and infrastructure. So next couple slides will cover detail of each task. Primary and backup generation of fuel cell instead of internal combustion engine is a simple example of industrial application, but in order to maximize emission reduction by introducing fuel cell into industrial or commercial sites, it is important to identify feasible deployment in various applications. Refining is generally a large-scale and high-capacity process with a steady generation of a high amount of pollutant. This task, as a first step, will focus on opportunity to incorporate with fuel cell and the refineries. Fuel cell tri-generation system will be eventually evaluated, which can provide renewable hydrogen that can be utilized in refining processes. With the following step, simulation model from a higher level will reflect assumed fuel cell deployment for the microgrid system on the air quality impact within a basin. Power to gas is a concept of producing renewable fuel gas to consume excessive electricity from renewable energy sources such as solar cell and wind power. UCI has been working on blending renewable fuels into existing natural gas pipe system. But emissions and air quality implications of using this fuel blends are not well understood. From UCI's initial study on that, funded by CEC, the emission and combustion behavior of this fuel blending is really have a wide variation with the various type of fuel and its composition. So as shown in the chart below, this behavior has really variety. So this task is a further study aiming at investigating optimal condition of fuel blends in natural gas burner. So the result will provide guidance for designing the natural gas system using the fuel blended, renewable fuel blend. Many transport authorities are looking to renew their fleets. These decisions are made more difficult because of the rapid improvement and the less well-known cost of advanced technologies such as battery electric vehicle and fuel cell buses. Both technologies have been individually demonstrated and tested. However, a direct comparative demonstration is really unique. UCI has been operating fuel cell bus since 2015, and it will acquire 20 more battery electric buses by fall of this year. From this test, the simultaneous operation of battery electric buses and fuel cell buses will answer many questions regarding direct comparison of operational and economic performance between battery electric buses and fuel cell buses in regular service. To summarize, throughout the project, fuel cell and renewable gas, fuel cell for industrial application and renewable gas blend for natural gas system and zero emission buses will be studied to apply them into microgrid system. And their criteria pollutant and greenhouse gas impact in basin will be evaluated, and this will provide the scenarios of microgrid deployment in future years. The following chart is showing project cost. The total project cost is $1.3 million, and little more than half of fund is requested from SCAQMD, and remaining cost will be matched by others. So the staff recommend to execute a contract with UCI for the microgrid system for
Thank you, Mr. Ha. I do want to recognize a great partnership with UCI. I know this is a proud moment for Matt Miyasato, who is an anteater himself, an alum. There he is. I understand that they have a street named after you there on campus, Matt, or?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Got a nice.
But just amazing. I know they have an amazing research facility there. I know we held our meeting there not too long ago. Like to defer over to my colleagues for any questions or comments on this item before us. Okay, hearing none, do you have a motion to approve item 4?
Move to approve.
Second.
In motion, second. Roll call vote, please.
Supervisor Kuehl,
Aye.
Mayor McCallum,
Yes.
Councilmember Robinson,
Aye.
Councilmember Buscaino.
Aye.
Motion passes 4 ayes.
Thank you. Okay, let's now take item number 6, colleagues. Item number 6 is before us.
afternoon. This item involves several actions, all related to two projects that have been approved by the EPA under their 2016 Targeted Airshed Program. So it involves recognizing revenue from EPA, executing contracts, transferring funds, reimbursing the general fund for administrative costs, and issuing a program announcement for a new commercial electric lawn and garden equipment exchange program. In March of this year, SCAQMD was awarded 2 grants from EPA's 2016 Targeted Airshed Program. The first one is a commercial electric lawn and garden equipment exchange program, and the second one is the replacement of electric yard tractors at both Port of LA and Port of Long Beach with electric yard tractors. This program, the Targeted Airshed Grant Program, is intended to reduce both ozone and PM 2.5 air pollution in non-attainment areas with the highest levels of exposure in the nation. For the commercial electric lawn and garden equipment program, the EPA awarded a grant up to $2.47 million, including 6% admin costs. And additional funding will be provided from other sources, primarily the program participants, for a total program funding amount of $5.3 million. The purpose of this program would be to accelerate the turnover of the older high-polluting lawn and garden equipment through replacement with zero-emission battery electric equipment. And we're focused on the specific lawn and garden equipment that are considered the most polluting, including chainsaws, leaf blowers, lawnmowers, and trimmers. The funding from this program will be allocated to projects in environmental justice areas and be made available to local governments, school districts, commercial gardeners, as well as nonprofits. A somewhat unique aspect of this project will be we've been partnering with ARB, and we will partner with them to share information on the participants and the equipment that we're funding. ARB has executed a contract with Cal State Fullerton to help survey the participants and collect data, various information primarily on performance of these equipment that they could use for further supporting any future rulemaking efforts that they're considering at this time. This action will also be with board approval to issue a program announcement to kick off the EPA Lawn and Garden Equipment Exchange Program. And the purpose of this announcement is to solicit competitive pricing from manufacturers and/or suppliers. And we have certain requirements in the proposal. We'll be looking for specific equipment specifications, per unit pricing, any volume discounts they can offer to the SCAQMD for this program. Their level of product availability, commitment to supply, minimum quantities that will be needed, and warranty information. We are also asking that they have a minimum of 5 service centers within our SCAQMD jurisdiction, including at least 1 center in each of the 4 counties served by our agency. And we will give preference to service centers that are located in EJ areas. And the deadline for this program will be December 15th of this year. The next project is the replacement of diesel and propane-powered yard tractors with battery electric yard tractors at both Port of LA and Port of Long Beach. Our project proponent at the Port of LA will be the West Basin Container Terminal, and they've committed to replacing 10 existing yard tractors with the electric models. And the other participant at Port of Long Beach will be the Total Terminal International, TTA. And the purpose of this is to promote the technology and broader acceptance of the zero-emission yard tractors that are critical to the cargo handling operations at the ports, the various terminals at the ports. And the replaced tractors, as part of this program, will require dismantling by a licensed dismantler in our air basin. The proposed funding for the yard tractor replacements project, EPA grant will be on the order of $2.47 million. Both Port of LA and Port of Long Beach are each contributing amount totaling $500,000. The project proponents will be the terminal operators that are participating for a total of $1.9 million, and the amount requested by AQMD as cost share will be $442,750 for a total program amount of $5.34 million. So with that, the recommended actions include recognizing the EPA airshed funds of about $4.94 million, of which an equivalent amount will be allocated for the electric lawn and garden program for commercial grade equipment and the yard tractor replacements. And then we would seeking board approval to issue a program announcement to solicit the providers of the zero emission battery electric lawn and garden equipment. We need to recognize the total $500,000 that will be coming from both Port of LA and Port of Long Beach. And since that money will take some time to come to us, we plan to transfer $500,000 as a temporary loan for this part of the program as cost share funds. Oh, I'm sorry, and an additional $442,750 from AQMD as cost share for this project. And we're also seeking board approval to go ahead and execute the contracts with the two terminals that will be our project partners on this. And we will need to reimburse the general fund up to $60,000 for the admin costs that are expected to be needed to implement the yard tractor replacements project. And that's it. Happy to answer
Thank you, Ms.
any
White.
questions.
This is exciting, colleagues. You know, when we talk about the drayage trucks of doing everything we can to electrify, this is the item before us will move us towards that effort to electrify some of these yard tractors in our port complex. And in addition, I had a question on the commercial electric lawn and garden equipment exchange program. That's why I held this on the table. What are we doing in the most disadvantaged impacted communities to promote this exchange program?
I think we haven't developed the outreach strategies for that yet, but I think we're going to be working with the providers of the equipment. They do have to have service centers in these areas. You know, at a minimum, they have to have one in each of our counties that we serve, and then through them, we're going to work on outreaching to the disadvantaged communities.
Understood. Please keep us in the loop on the plans to promote this program in these the EJ areas. Colleagues, any questions or comments on this item before you? Okay, hearing none, do we have a motion to approve item 6 before you?
Move approval. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Supervisor Jewell? Aye. Mayor Pro Tem McCallum?
Yes.
Councilmember Robinson?
Aye.
Councilmember Buscaino?
Aye.
Motion passes 4 ayes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Chairman,
Hey, back to the, yep.
Chairman, I'm sorry, I apologize. We failed to include an errata for the first item when it was taken on consent. There should be a recommended action.
Sure. Do we need to reconsider that item, Matt?
Let me read the errata and then you could reconsider it. All we're doing is on the second contract to AMS. They're the ones who are providing the battery storage components to the building. We're also adding $100,000 for the self-generation incentive program to their contract.
Okay, so let's now reconsider item 1 and have to vote on item 1 as amended.
Do we need a motion to reconsider?
Roll call vote? Let's motion to reconsider, yes.
Okay. Motion and second here.
Fantastic. So vote on the reconsideration of item 1, please.
Supervisor Jewell? Mayor McCallum?
Yes.
Councilmember Robinson?
Aye.
Councilmember Buscaino?
Aye.
Motion passes.
So now we have, thank you. We have now item 1 before us. Yes.
Joe, could I get
Sheila?
a correction again?
The correction is the second recommended action to the company AMS is to, I'll read the whole action, is to, for a 20-year power efficiency agreement at a cost not to exceed 75% of the shared savings from the annual reduction in utilities, and up to $600,000 from the California Public Utilities Commission Self-Promotion Incentive Program if awarded. The SCHIP is a performance-based incentive, so if we get it, then we would provide that to the purveyor.
Okay, move the item.
Thank you, Supervisor. Second.
I'll second.
Thank you, Mayor.
For the question.
Go ahead, Mayor, the floor is yours.
Why are we not sharing 100% in the savings?
So we decided to keep 25% for ourselves, so to say. So we're giving them up to 75% of the savings that we approved through the technology.
Why aren't we getting all of the savings?
The CEC award plus the district funds, so the savings will help pay for the project for the 20 years.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Supervisor Kuehl made the motion, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem McCallum. Roll call, please, on item 1 as amended.
Supervisor Kuehl? Aye. Mayor Pro Tem McCallum?
Yes.
Councilmember Robinson?
Aye.
Councilmember Buscaino?
Aye.
Motion passes 4 ayes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Matt. So other business, I do have other business. I do want to recognize my AQMD consultant's birthday today. Jacob Haig here to my left. Come to the camera, come to the camera, there he is. Came in on his birthday for today's meeting.
Thank you.
Where's the cake?
He took the
He's
cake.
30, he's 30 again.
We're eating it
Any
remotely.
other business? What's that?
I said we're eating the cake remotely.
Any other business, colleagues? Okay, anyone here on public comment? Anyone?
Not here.
And there's no one here in San Pedro. So with that, hearing none, we'll adjourn today's Technology Committee. Have a blessed weekend and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.